15 men on a dead man's chest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum.
Hi everyone, I'm Elizabeth Hirst from Pop Seagull Publishing, and we have a really exciting thing for you today. We are actually, me and Stephen B. Pearl are going to do a tandem reading kind of a thing for you to show you our latest anthology, Love, Time, Space, Magic, which is all science fiction and fantasy love stories. So yeah, Stephen's going to read a little piece from his story in the anthology, 7 days, and it's really sweet. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you for putting out Love, Time, Space, and Magic. Oh, okay. This is from the start of the story, 7 days. Fawn bit her lip and tried to breathe. Tears threatened to flow from her large blue eyes. It was like she had tunnel vision. The pub was full, but all she could see was the couple in the doorway. Not long ago, she'd have been overjoyed to see either of them. Now, seeing them together made her want to crawl away and die. Fawn, what? The muscular, lightly tanned man that sat across from her at the table turned to look at the couple. The woman was pretty, blonde, 20s, with a curvaceous build. The man was muscular, 20s, with dark coffee-colored skin and handsome features. Oh, shit. Fawn's companion swore. I'm sorry. Will, can you just get me out of here before... Fawn buried her face in her hands when the couple noticed her. Will shook his head furiously and gestured for the couple to go away to no effect. They're coming, Will said, almost spitting the words. Fawn forced herself to look up, brushed her long chestnut hair away from her face and smoothed her dress over subtle, athletic curves. Hi, Fawn. Hi, Will, said the blonde woman. Hello, Keisha. Rick. Will spoke in even tones, but his hands clenched into fists. Hi, Fawn. Hi, Fawn choked out through a throat that felt like it was swelling shut. Rick smiled at Fawn, displaying even white teeth. You look tired, he said. Hi. Fawn looked away. She'd loved that smile, and now it cut like a knife. We were just leaving. Will's voice pushed through the waves of emotion. Stay for a drink. We're still all friends, remarked Keisha. Such good friends that you sleep with my boyfriend in my bed, she said loudly. Fawn said loudly. Stifling a sob, Fawn pushed past Keisha and raced out of the winking judge's door. Will, opened Rick. Good going, uncomplimentary term for an individual. This is the first time I've got her out of her apartment for anything but class or Can't you just leave her alone? Will pushed past his two ex-friends and waved to the bartender. Jeff, run me a tab. I'll settle up tomorrow. Will raced after Fawn. Rick and Keisha looked at each other, shrugged, took the empty table and started eating fries off the plates there. Will caught up to Fawn on the sidewalk about half a block from the pub. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. She blurted, then grit her teeth and snuffled. It's okay. Will squeezed her arm. You're a good friend, Will. It's just, Rick was my first, my only. We were together all through undergrad. I thought we were going to get married. And Keisha, we've been friends since we were kids. When her mom died, I was right there with her. I didn't walk away, and believe me, it would have been easy to. Keisha was such a female dog. How could they do that to me? How can I trust anyone ever again? Will pushed down on a pain of his own when she called him friend. He would always be a friend, first and foremost, but for over a year he dreamt of being more. And now there was a pain that seemed to threaten the very core of his smart, gentle Fawn. He had come to love. I wish I had answers. All I can say is, one day you'll meet someone new. I wish I could believe that. Who'd ever want a flat-chested, plain old Fawn? I went to the prom with my cousin. Then your cousin was lucky. Will gently pulled her around to face him and stared into her eyes. Will, she shook her head and smiled sadly. Will nodded and sighed. Right. They kept walking and in moments stood before the door to Fawn's apartment. Thanks for walking me home. Fawn stood on tiptoes and kissed his cheek before opening the door and going in. Will watched her start up the stairs to her living area. She looked downtrodden. This isn't right. Inhaling deeply, Will could smell honeysuckle. He straightened his posture. I can't let it stand. By the gods, I won't let it stand. Hours later, Will sat in the woods by a green mound, candles marking the cardinal directions in a circle only he could see, burnt in hurricane lamps. Dressed in a white robe, he held a harp before him, and on the ground lay a wooden staff. He strummed the harp and sang in a steady baritone. Heed me, O generous, heed me, harper of the heart, son of mighty Dagda's justice, healing to his soul impart. From betrayal let her rise, touch the glory of the skies, forge a new empowered way, make the tears to flow away. Nay, for myself, though my heart desires, will free of despair must kindle her heart's fires. So heal betrayal's darksome light, and fill her heart with love's true might. The song went on until a wind gusted through the circle, carrying a scent of apple blossoms. Will stilled the strings of his harp. And what happens after that is the song has actually summoned a creature of the Fae who takes up and assists Fawn in dealing with the issues that are causing her so much pain. Now, I'll pass it over to Elizabeth, and she's going to talk a little about what the inspiration for the anthology was initially.
Hi everybody, I'm going to stand on my toes a little bit right now. The inspiration for this anthology, I do a lot of selling at conventions and I meet a lot of different people, and there was a lot of demand for romance stories, a romance anthology, and I said I like love stories, but I'm not sure I like capital R romance with Fabio on the cover and that kind of thing. And so I decided that I was going to do a different kind of romance anthology where it could be unrequited love, it could be courtly love, there wasn't any kind of restriction as it could be two women, two men, that kind of thing. It didn't have to be heterosexual. And so, I wanted to be a different kind of anthology with a variety of stories in it. And we got a really great response. We had people from all over the world contributing to this anthology, and a lot of really wonderful stories that explore the kind of breadth of love stories within science fiction and fantasy genres. So if you like romance at all, please come by our tent, by the kitchen tent and the snow cones, and come see the book. It's really well reviewed and quite a lot of fun. Thank you.
This reading brought to you by Horn of the KRAKEN and the other fine works of Stephen B. Pearl. For more of Stephen's works, please visit www.stphenpearl.com. Thank you.